welcome back to the USA English Podcast. We are absolutely delighted to have you here with us today. I'm Erica.
And I'm Marco. This is the Leo English Podcast, where we help you speak English more naturally through simple, authentic conversations. We focus on practical English for daily life, personal development, and clear communication that you can actually use.
Today, we're discussing a very important topic, how to be more disciplined in life.
Yes, discipline sounds serious, but it matters a great deal. It affects your time, your energy, your goals, your habits, and even your confidence.
Exactly. Many English learners want to talk about routines, motivation, habits, focus, and self-control, but they don't always have the right vocabulary.
And honestly, this topic isn't only about studying harder, it's also about making better choices in normal daily life.
Right. We'll talk about what discipline means, how it looks in real life, why it feels difficult sometimes, and how to describe your progress in natural English.
We'll also share practical phrases you can use when you talk about routines, goals, distractions, and building better habits.
If that sounds helpful, please give this video a like, and don't forget to subscribe to the Leo English Podcast for more practical English lessons.
All right, let's get started. So, Erica, how are you feeling today?
I'm doing well. A little embarrassed, but good.
Embarrassed? Why?
Because I set 3 alarms this morning and I still nearly overslept.
How is that possible?
I'm not proud of it. I hear the first alarm, thank it for its effort, and go back to sleep.
That is not a disciplined morning.
No, it is a very emotional morning. What did you do this weekend?
This weekend, I tried to be productive. I made a to-do list with 7 tasks on it.
And how many did you complete?
3.5.
3.5?
Yes, I cleaned my desk, replied to messages, bought groceries, and almost folded my laundry.
Almost folded?
I touched it with serious intention.
That does not count.
I know. What about you? How was your weekend?
My weekend was quieter. I prepared meals for the week, organized my notes, and went for a long walk on Sunday morning.
That sounds very disciplined.
It helps me feel calmer during the week.
I think that's the difference between us. You prepare early and I prepare emotionally at the last minute.
That is one way to describe it. But honestly, I do want to be more disciplined.
A lot of people do.
Yes, because discipline sounds hard, but life feels easier when you actually have it.
That's true. Speaking of alarms, to-do lists, routines, and trying to stay on track, that connects perfectly to today's topic.
Exactly. Today, we're talking about how to be more disciplined in life and how to talk about that naturally in English.
Let's start with the most basic question. What does discipline mean?
I think discipline means doing what you need to do even when you don't really feel like doing it.
That is an excellent answer. Discipline is the ability to stay consistent, control your actions, and follow through on what matters.
Follow through means to continue and actually finish.
Right, exactly. Not just say you will do something, but really do it.
I think many people confuse discipline and motivation.
Yes, and that is a very important point. Motivation is the feeling that pushes you to start. Discipline is what helps you continue even when the feeling is gone.
That's interesting. So motivation is exciting, but discipline is steady.
Exactly. Motivation comes and goes. Discipline is more reliable.
That makes sense. Some mornings I feel motivated. Other mornings I feel like a sleepy potato.
And discipline is what helps on the sleepy potato mornings.
That is a painful but true sentence.
So if someone wants to be more disciplined, the first step is not to become perfect. The first step is to become clear.
Clear about what?
Clear about what they want, why it matters, and what small action they can repeat.
Oh, I like that. So discipline starts with clarity, not drama.
Exactly. If your goal is vague, discipline becomes harder.
Vague means not clear enough.
Yes, too general. For example, I want a better life is vague. I want to wake up at 7 every weekday is clear.
Ah, so specific goals are easier to follow.
Very much easier.
What is one area of life where people often want more discipline?
Sleep, work, exercise, study, money, food, screen time, and daily routines.
That is basically all of life.
In many ways, yes. Let's talk about mornings. People always talk about discipline in the morning.
That's true. Mornings matter because they often shape the rest of the day.
My mornings sometimes shape the rest of the day in a negative way.
Why?
Because if I wake up late, I rush. If I rush, I forget things. If I forget things, I get annoyed. Then the whole day starts badly.
That's a very real example. So, what does a disciplined morning look like?
It doesn't have to look the same for everyone, but usually it includes some consistency. For example, waking up at the same time, avoiding your phone for the first few minutes, drinking water, getting dressed, and starting the day with intention.
Intention is a good word. What does it mean here?
It means you're acting on purpose, not just reacting to everything around you.
Ah, so instead of waking up and immediately falling into chaos, you choose your first actions more carefully.
Exactly. I think one problem for many people is that they try to change too much at once.
Yes, that is one of the biggest mistakes. They say, from tomorrow I will wake up early, exercise, study for 2 hours, stop using my phone, eat perfectly, and become a completely different person.
That plan sounds strong for about one day.
Exactly. Real discipline grows through small, repeatable actions.
So not huge promises, small, repeatable actions.
Yes, if you want to become more disciplined, it is often better to choose one habit first.
Like what?
Like setting your clothes out the night before, or writing tomorrow's top 3 tasks, or going to bed 30 minutes earlier.
That sounds much more possible.
It is possible. Discipline becomes stronger when the step is realistic.
I think people also need to understand that discipline is not punishment.
Absolutely. That is a very important idea. Sometimes people hear the word discipline and imagine a hard, joyless life.
Yes, but healthy discipline is not about suffering all day. It's about creating structure that supports your goals and makes life easier.
That's interesting. So discipline can actually feel kind.
Exactly. It can be a form of self-respect.
Self-respect means treating yourself seriously and with care.
Right. Yes, you value your time and energy and future enough to make good choices now.
Wow, that makes discipline sound much better.
Good, because it should not feel like a prison. It should feel like support.
What about discipline and distractions? I think that is a huge problem today.
It really is. Many people do not fail because they are lazy. They fail because their attention is pulled in too many directions.
Pulled means dragged away.
Yes, exactly. Their focus keeps moving away from what matters.
My phone does that to me all the time.
That's common. So one part of discipline is protecting your attention.
How do people do that?
They make distractions less easy. For example, they put the phone in another room, turn off notifications, work in a quiet place, or set a timer for focused work.
Notifications are dangerous. One little sound and suddenly I'm reading a message about nothing important.
That happens to many people. So if someone says, I want to be more disciplined, a good next question is, what distracts me most?
That's good. So first, name the problem clearly.
Exactly. For example, I lose time on my phone, or I procrastinate when I feel the task is boring, or I stay up too late and start the next day tired.
Procrastinate, again, that word always returns because it's a very common issue.
If I want to say that naturally, can I say I tend to procrastinate when I feel overwhelmed?
Yes, that sounds very natural. Overwhelmed means I feel like everything is too much.
Exactly. Too many tasks, too much pressure, too much stress. That is a very useful word.
It is. And this connects to another important idea. Discipline becomes easier when you reduce overwhelm.
How do you do that?
By making tasks smaller, instead of saying, I need to clean the whole apartment, say, I will clean the kitchen for 10 minutes. That already feels less scary.
Exactly. Small steps reduce resistance.
Resistance is the inner feeling that says, no, not now.
Right, yes. The mental pushback against action.
I know that feeling very well.
Most people do. So if a learner wants to talk about discipline, it's useful to know phrases like, I'm trying to stay consistent. I'm working on my routine. I need to reduce distractions. And I'm getting better at starting early.
Those phrases sound realistic and natural. They are.
Let's talk about consistency now, because discipline without consistency is weak.
That sounds very organized.
Thank you.
Consistency means doing something regularly over time, even in a small way.
So 10 minutes every day can be more powerful than one giant effort once a month.
Exactly. That is true for exercise, reading, language learning, and even cleaning.
I think people sometimes wait to feel ready for discipline.
Yes, but discipline often grows through action, not before action.
That reminds me of confidence. You don't wait for confidence, you build it by doing.
Exactly. Discipline works in a similar way. What are some natural ways to talk about discipline in daily conversation? You can say, I'm trying to build better habits. I'm more disciplined when I plan ahead. I'm not perfect, but I'm improving. I'm learning to manage my time better. Or I need more structure in my day.
Structure is a good word.
Yes, structure means an organized system or pattern.
So if I say, I need more structure in my mornings, that sounds natural.
Very natural. I think many people want discipline, but they also want flexibility. Is that possible?
Absolutely. Discipline is not the same as being rigid.
Wait, what does rigid mean?
Rigid means too stiff, too fixed, with no room to adjust.
Ah, so a disciplined person can still be flexible.
Yes, healthy discipline gives structure, but it also allows normal life to happen.
That's important, because if one small change destroys the whole plan, the plan is too fragile.
Exactly. A disciplined person can adjust and continue.
So if I miss one morning walk, I don't need to say everything is over.
You just continue the next day. That sounds healthier and more realistic.
It is. Another thing people need is a reason. Discipline feels easier when the reason is clear.
So not just I should do this, but I want this because...
Exactly. For example, I wake up earlier because I want calmer mornings. I study English every day because I want to speak with more confidence. I save money because I want more freedom later.
That makes sense. A reason gives the habit more meaning.
Yes, and meaning helps discipline last longer.
Let's talk about self-talk. I think discipline is partly about how you speak to yourself.
Very much. If your self-talk is too harsh, you may lose energy and quit.
So instead of saying, I'm lazy and hopeless, say something more useful.
Exactly. Say, I'm struggling with consistency, or I need a better system, or I can start again tomorrow.
That sounds much kinder.
It is kinder and also more effective.
I think that's surprising for some people. They think harsh words create discipline.
Sometimes harsh words create shame, not discipline.
Shame is that painful feeling that you are bad.
Right, yes. And shame often makes people hide, avoid, or give up.
So better self-talk helps more.
Very often, yes. What kind of self-talk do you use when you fall behind?
I usually say, okay, what is the next useful step? Or, let's make this smaller.
That is such a calm response.
It helps me focus on action instead of drama.
My self-talk is less elegant. I say, okay, come on, just do the first thing.
That still works. It's simple and direct.
Good. I need low-cost discipline language.
Another useful idea is tracking progress.
You mean writing things down?
Yes, if you track a habit, you can see patterns more clearly.
Patterns like what?
Like when you do well, when you slip, and what makes things harder.
Slip means a temporary fall back into the old habit?
Exactly. A temporary mistake, not total failure.
That word is helpful. It sounds softer than I ruined everything.
Yes, because one slip is not the end. It is just information.
That is a very disciplined way to think.
Thank you. So learners can say, I'm tracking my habits. I noticed a pattern. I usually lose focus in the afternoon, or I do better when I prepare the night before.
I love those phrases. They sound thoughtful and natural.
They are very natural. Let's make this practical. What is one area where you want more discipline right now?
Sleep, definitely.
Why sleep?
Because when my sleep is bad, everything else gets worse. I wake up late, I rush, I snack more, and I lose focus faster.
That's very honest.
So I think I need more discipline at night, not only in the morning.
Excellent insight. Many people try to fix the morning, but the real problem starts the night before.
Exactly. If I go to sleep late, my morning doesn't have a chance.
So, how would you say that in English?
I could say, I'm trying to be more disciplined with my sleep, or I need a better evening routine.
Very good. What is one small step you can take?
I can stop using my phone 30 minutes before bed.
That is a strong step.
It sounds strong. In real life, it may feel dramatic.
That is fair, but it is still a good step. What about you? Where do you want more discipline?
I want more discipline in taking breaks during work.
Really?
Yes, I can focus so deeply that I forget to stand up, stretch, or rest.
So, what would you say about that?
I'd say I'm working on being more disciplined about breaks, or I need to build a healthier work rhythm.
Rhythm is a nice word.
Yes, it means a natural, repeated pattern.
That's a good phrase then. A healthier work rhythm.
I think so too. Can we talk about discipline in English learning as well?
Of course. That's very relevant for our viewers.
I think many learners say they want to improve fast, but they don't always build a steady habit.
Exactly. Discipline in language learning often means short daily contact, not rare long study sessions.
So 5 or 10 minutes every day can be powerful.
Very powerful. You can say, I'm trying to study a little every day. I'm building a better English routine. Or, I'm more disciplined when I keep my goals small.
That last one is especially true for me.
Me too. Discipline grows when the goal feels possible.
Can we do a few mini dialogues?
Of course, I'll start. I'm trying to be more disciplined this month.
Really? In what area?
In my mornings, I want to stop rushing.
That makes sense. What are you doing differently?
I prepare everything the night before.
Nice. That sounds natural. Here's one. I keep procrastinating and it's frustrating.
I understand. What usually triggers it?
Big tasks. I feel overwhelmed and then I avoid them.
Maybe try breaking them into smaller steps. That's very useful. One more. I want to be more disciplined with my English.
That's a great goal. What small habit can you start with?
Maybe 10 minutes of speaking practice every morning.
Excellent. That is realistic and clear.
I think this topic is bigger than people expect.
It is. Discipline is not only about doing hard things, it's about building a life that supports what matters to you.
That is such a strong sentence.
Thank you. Final question. If you could give one simple discipline tip, what would it be?
Make the next step small enough that you can actually do it.
That is excellent. My tip would be stop waiting to feel perfectly ready.
Also excellent, because the perfect mood may never arrive.
Very true. Discipline often begins before comfort.
You know, Erica, while we were talking, we used many useful words.
Yes, we did. And these words are really practical for everyday life.
Great. Let's review them together.
First word, discipline. This means the ability to control your actions and stay consistent with what matters.
Oh yes, the big word today. Exactly. For example, discipline helps people follow through on their goals. She has more discipline with her morning routine now. And you can also say, discipline is easier when the goal is clear.
What does discipline mean to you?
To me, Discipline means calm, repeated action, not dramatic pressure.
I like that a lot. Next word, motivation. This means the feeling that makes you want to start something. Ah, yes, the exciting cousin of discipline. For example, motivation comes and goes. I have motivation today, but I still need discipline tomorrow. And you can also say, motivation feels great, but it doesn't always last.
What gives you motivation?
Seeing progress gives me motivation. New notebooks give me motivation for about 12 minutes.
That is very specific.
Next word, consistent. This means regular and steady over time.
A very important word, exactly. For example, short, consistent practice works well. He is not perfect, but he is consistent. And you can also say, consistency matters more than intensity.
What helps people stay consistent?
Small, realistic habits help people stay consistent.
I agree completely.
Next word, distraction. This means something that pulls your attention away.
My phone says hello. Yes, that is a common example. For example, phone notifications are a big distraction. She works better without noise and distraction. And you can also say, I need fewer distractions when I study. What distracts you most? Random messages can distract me quickly. For me, it's definitely my phone.
Next word, structure. This means an organized system or pattern.
Such an organized word. For example, a little structure makes the day easier. He needs more structure in his evenings. And you can also say, good structure reduces stress.
What kind of structure do you like?
I like simple structure. Not too much, but enough to guide the day.
That sounds healthy.
Next word, procrastinate. This means to delay something you should do.
My old friend, yes. For example, I procrastinate when the task feels boring. She stops procrastinating by starting with 5 minutes. And you can also say, if I procrastinate, the task feels bigger later.
What kind of tasks do people often procrastinate on?
Cleaning, emails, and difficult work tasks are common ones. Also, laundry.
I speak for the people.
Next word, overwhelmed. This means feeling like too much is happening at once.
Very useful word. It is. For example, I feel overwhelmed when my list is too long. Break the task down if you feel overwhelmed. And you can also say, a small first step helps when I'm overwhelmed.
What helps you in that moment?
A shorter list helps me a lot. Same. Long lists make my soul tired.
Next phrase, follow through. This means to continue and actually finish what you say you will do.
A very strong phrase for discipline. Exactly. For example, I want to follow through on my plans. She writes small goals because they are easier to follow through on. And you can also say, planning is easy, but follow through is the real test. What helps follow through? Preparing in advance helps me follow through. For me, clear first steps help.
Next word, slip. In this topic, it means a small mistake or a return to the old habit.
A very kind word, yes. For example, I was doing well, but I slipped this weekend. One slip does not erase your progress. And you can also say, after a slip, I try to restart quickly.
How should people react after a slip?
Calmly. Notice it, learn from it, and continue.
That is excellent advice.
Next word, rigid. This means too fixed and not flexible.
Right. Discipline should not be rigid. Exactly. For example, a rigid plan can break under pressure. He wants discipline but not a rigid life. And you can also say, healthy structure should still feel human.
Do you like very rigid systems?
No, I prefer clear structure with some flexibility. Same. Too rigid and I start to rebel.
Now, let's do a quick summary list.
Let's go. Discipline, the ability to control actions and stay consistent. Motivation, the feeling that helps you start. Consistent, regular and steady over time. Distraction, something that pulls your attention away. Structure, an organized system or pattern. Procrastinate, delay something you should do. Overwhelmed, feeling too much pressure at once. follow through, continue and actually finish. Slip, a small mistake or return to the old habit. Rigid, too fixed and not flexible.
Okay, Marco, that was a lot of talking about discipline.
Yes, we really organized life one sentence at a time today.
We do. Let's think about what we learned. First, we learned what discipline really means. We used ideas like follow through, stay consistent, and do what matters, even when it feels hard.
Then we talked about the difference between motivation and discipline. Motivation helps you start, but discipline helps you continue.
After that, we moved to clarity and small steps. We learned that discipline grows when goals are clear, realistic, and easy enough to repeat.
Then we discussed distractions, structure, and environment. We used phrases like reduce distractions, build more structure, and make the next step easier.
After that, we looked at self-talk and flexibility. Good discipline is not harsh or rigid. It is calm, realistic, and supportive.
Finally, we talked about progress language. We used phrases like I'm trying to, I'm working on, I'm getting better at, and one slip does not erase progress.
So the big message is simple. Discipline is not about becoming a perfect robot. It's about creating small, steady habits that support your goals.
And talking about discipline in English can be simple if you know the right phrases. Very true.
Now we want to hear from you. This is our favorite part.
Yes, because your comments always help us understand what you're working on. Our question of the day is, what is one area of life where you want to be more disciplined? And what is one small step you can take this week?
I'll answer first. One area where I want more discipline is sleep, and one small step I can take is putting my phone away earlier at night.
My answer is this. One area where I want more discipline is taking breaks during work, and one small step I can take is using a timer every day.
See? We have different answers, and that's okay.
So viewers, we want to know about you. Please tell us in the comments. Write, I want to be more disciplined in blank, or one small step I can take this week is blank, or my biggest distraction is, so I want to change blank.
These simple templates make writing easier, and it helps us make better videos and helps you practice writing in English.
So please leave a comment, even if it's short. 1 or 2 sentences are great.
Thank you so much for spending time with us today. We really enjoy learning English with you.
If this lesson helps you, give this video a big thumbs up and click the subscribe button and the little bell. That way, you won't forget to join us for future lessons.
You are all wonderful students, and we are very proud of you. Keep practicing. Remember, discipline grows through small, steady actions, not through one perfect day.
Yes, you do not need a dramatic new life tomorrow. You just need the next good step today.
Have a wonderful day, evening and night. Keep learning, keep speaking, and keep moving forward.
Goodbye.
Bye, everyone.